In this video, I'm going to be talking about the South Node in Cancer and the North Node in Capricorn. Now, you will be able to find this placement if you go to astro.com or Cafe Astrologer or any birth chart calculator. You put in your birth information and you find where your North Node is. Now, it shows the North Node, it doesn't show the South Node. What are these 2 points? The South Node is all about the past. The North Node is about the future. And in this video, with what I'm going to be talking about, I think that these two really correspond very well. So the South Node is where you're coming from. The North Node is the direction that you want to head, the path that you want to go on in your life in order to grow as a person and as a soul in this lifetime. So the South is what is really dying away in terms of negative things, in terms of negative habit patterns, experiences, emotional memories, and the North Node is new territory. It is this evolution and changing the direction that you're going on to where you're just going down that highway and you turn into the same place and you keep hitting dead ends, banging on a door that just won't open. Well, now it's time to find another door that will open. But it really takes courage. And it takes balance, and over time, you will naturally want to open that door. So that is my description in this video of what I wanted to talk about, these two things, but I want to get into this South Node, North Node placement now. So if you have the South Node in Cancer, then you were a person who was in a position or role that was caretaking, might have been really nurturing others, or very familiar. The South Node is what you're familiar with in this case, you're incredibly familiar with nurturing other people. And you're very sensitive and very hyper aware and just really high strung, like, oh, I have to get this right. I have to take care of others. I have to be at people's beck and call and make sure that everyone's taken care of, that everything is flowing, that everything is going swimmingly. Because in a past life, things might have been very small, where you might have been very connected with the family. So very close to your family, might have been just, on a farm with a farmhouse out in the middle of the country, or just somewhere where, in a certain situation where things were very small, in terms of, the scale of things, Things are very tight-knit and put together in these little strands of things that were just put together in this little box and in this little environment. And, while maybe the husband or the kids were at school, you were maintaining the house and cleaning up the kitchen, kind of going around to, the different sections of your house and making sure that everything is being tidy and ready for them to come home. And then and when they get home, you put yourself aside fully. You put yourself aside. You are so used to putting yourself aside because you cannot be completely true to yourself and so self-oriented and so about your own independent goals and ambitions and desires, so focused on yourself and really, really looking out for yourself all the time, when you had a family to feed, a family to take care of, when beds need to be made, when, your daughter or son has an important talent show that they are performing in that show, and so you would definitely go there. No matter what it was, you were determined and destined to be totally connected with your family. You were bonded for life with family. Beyond the call of duty. This was your life. They were your everything. They were you. And so with this, I think that a really, really low manifestation of this is sensitivity. It's not. I'm going to get into what I think is the low manifestation here in a little bit, but I just want to say that there is a great sensitivity and vulnerability of being afraid to go out into the urban centers and go into that, that building with the columns and then put the fines in and go through with the clothes on professionally and then go into the market and see what you want to buy or to go explore for jobs or to go to, become a leader and to, really serve humanity in a much greater way and, be independent, let the wings fly, go out of that nest, growing up, becoming an adult, making your own way of life, healthy distance and healthy boundaries away from your family. Like, I think that a good saying to correspond with this is, this nodal axis is, not my circus, not my monkeys. And, your soul would want to evolve and grow up in this sort of way and, live in a penthouse with a lot of wealth and have a job that you call your own, have a passion that you are really desiring and really wanting to pursue and go after. All of these things related to the themes and symbolism of Capricorn, the symbolism of the goat climbing up this mountain. But the thing is that there was a negative attachment to the emotions and drama where You were drained. You couldn't take a whole lot of time out for yourself to think about what you want out of life and your own goals and your own sort of objective sort of points in life. All of these things, and again, making your way out into the world with your work and career and fulfilling your dream and your promise. It was so focused. The focus was your family. The focus was all the drama. And getting into the low manifestation of this, it would be the South Node, Super Nanny. Before Super Nanny came to help the family, then where the families were at, that can be sort of that South Node feeling where there was probably a lot of stress, a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, a lot of shutdowns, a lot of letdowns, struggles, stress, anxiety, fear, hurt. There may have been somebody who had been maybe overly aggressive or overly controlling, or you were always on edge for a sibling that was out to get you, or mother or father that prohibited you from pursuing what you wanted to, and I'm imposing, and you need to do it my way. And maybe the mother was an alcoholic. Maybe the mother abandoned the family. Maybe she was very cold and distant, or mean or aggressive, or overly nurturing to where you felt trapped, where you couldn't be your own person and be independent and just, take a walk out and explore new territory in the world, with healthy boundaries and self-discipline and all of those Capricorn themes without being specific and general at the same time, because I find that's how a lot of astrology is, and what I call Spessy Gen. So, very, very related to others, caring for others, needing to be nurtured in this sort of child, place where it was all about the comforts. It was all about, sitting on your bed with the stuffed animals and the comfort food, and being in the safe shell of home. And again, that was your life, that was your everything. And now it's time to think more objectively as opposed to your feelings, not bending over backwards just for others, and really thinking about, taking your power back. Is this right for me? Is this going to serve me? Is this going to be a good use of my time? Is this going to completely drain my energy? Where do I need to detach, and where do I need to make my own way, take a break from this situation, and distance yourself in a healthy way from the family with this as well. So planning and discipline and responsibility and all of these types of Capricorn things, and having a goal and going after it and achieving it, whereas Cancer is very related to moods and feelings. Now, the last thing I want to add to this is nostalgia, where you find yourself in a life where, being stuck in the nostalgia of the past, being stuck in, if you were to walk into this crystal castle and you see all of these ghosts on the walls, and you see all of these memories, just flying just in this sort of place where there's balls of memories and visions of the past. It is about, coming to terms with reality, having a promise, having a goal, getting out of those negative emotions and da 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 da, and being in the present, and freeing yourself from that, freeing yourself from those that traps which you were limited. You couldn't be independent. You couldn't, you were stuck there with those sort of emotional wounds. It's time to rise above that. It's time to get out and, start, your own life and what you want to achieve. Sitting down and smelling the roses, fresh roses on the table, drinking the coffee in the present, and indeed, looking at the past, learning from it, cherishing it, all those things, that nurturing way of going out and doing something, manifesting that in a very responsible, work sort of Capricorn way to get the work done that needs done. And, to achieve that as well, because, Cancer, oh, I'm going to go back home and, all those types of things. I know somebody very, very well from this placement who has this nodal axis, and he teaches at a college, Capricorn, the teacher, but stays very, very close to home, helping other people. Cancer's caring, Cancer's nurturing, all those types of things. So again, using that South Node in a Capricorn-like way.